Who's there?
I'm coming for practice my presentation using this VR application.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
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 Come in.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'll just close the door. So, is this your first time
Yeah.
using the application?
Yeah, I heard it from my instructor,
Mhm.
and they said that it's called Represent.
Mhm.
It will help me to practice my presentation in the VR.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
I just want to check out.
Sure. Yeah, great. Have you, so while you're waiting, I would like you to quickly look at this user manual.
Okay.
It's just a quick overview. So before we get started, I'll do some technical checks to see if the hardware and everything is just running functionally.
Sure.
Just give me a second. So first, I have to see if there's internet. So let's see. So I click here, and it seems like there is internet, which is great.
Good.
I'm going to see now if the hardwares are working.
Okay.
So you'll be opening the application first to see if everything's functional.
Okay.
So first I should check whether the Kinect is working. So here the Kinect, it seems like the light is on. So it seems like it's functional, which is great. And here I'm gonna now check the Oculus and see if it's working.
Okay.
And there is a light over here, which is on, which is great. It's working. And I'm gonna see if the controllers are working. So to turn on the controller, I'm gonna press any buttons on the controller. So I'm gonna press this thing, and it's moving around, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna press this, any button, and it seems to be working. It seems to be working, but to double check, it never hurts to double check. I'm gonna exit out of the application, and there's this Oculus window that has just popped up when I started the application. And I'm gonna go to the devices over here, and this where it has the headsets and the sensors and the controllers, and everything is green and it says connected and on, which is great. And there's also the batteries for the controllers, and it seems like it's full. That's awesome. Okay, and also if I want to also listen to what you're listening to in your headset, I can do that. And I can click on this headset over here, and there is an option to adjust the volume of the headset headphones. But for my own headset, there's also this mirror audio category, and I just have to turn it on. And in this case, it's already on, so which is great. So I'm gonna just close this, and now I think everything is ready. But another way you can check if the controllers are working is, and if the controller needs a new battery, is to replace it in the controller. So it's a AA battery that needs to be replaced, and the way you can open the slot is by sliding out the sides like this, which reveals this socket, and you can take it out and replace it when you need to, and you just can slide it back on and it will snap. So everything's great over here. So let's start the experience.
Nice.
Just want to make sure I just want to give you the best experience as possible.
Okay.
So first, I would like you to stand behind these two green tapes on the floor.
Here?
There's your left foot, yes. There's your left foot, and there's a right foot.
Okay, I see.
And you can stand there. And I'm gonna start the application, which will begin in a second.
Sure.
Great. So let me give you a little bit of introduction in terms of how to use the controllers. So these are the Oculus Controllers. Have you ever used these before?
No.
Okay, so these controllers, so never press this button when
Okay.
you're running the application.
This
if
one.
if you press this button, it will take you outside of the experience.
I see.
To a menu. You don't want to do that.
Okay.
So don't touch it ever. But everything else you can touch. And so these two buttons you see, A and B, are the clicker buttons. So you can use it to switch back and forth between the presentation slides in the practice mode. So you can press the A to move forward and B to move backwards.
Okay.
In the slides. And if you happen to, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm actually left-handed person.
Oh, okay. So in that case, what I've just explained to you is mirrored. So now X becomes forward,
Okay.
and Y becomes backward.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And if you're left-handed also, you can change the clicker that you are holding in virtual reality. So you can also click these joysticks,
Okay.
like that, to define which hand you are holding the clicker on.
I see.
Yeah, so there's that. And the last control is when you're interacting with the user interface elements inside the experience. And there's these kind of like round buttons, and the clicker will have this kind of like a laser pointer
I
that will
see.
shoot out from it like that. And it's more like point and shoot. So you can use these
That's
front
cool.
triggers
Okay.
like this. So if you were to just hold your arm forward and then trigger. Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay,
how you-
that's clear.
Yes. So those are all the controls. And like let me first put your headset on.
Okay.
So the key thing is clarity. So if certain things seem a bit blurry, please let me know.
Sure.
So we can adjust the headset.
Okay.
Probably better to do it this way.
Yeah.
Don't want to ruin your hair, right?
Yeah, it's better.
So how does that feel? Does it feel too tight or too loose?
I think it's too loose, and also my vision is blurred.
I see. Okay. So let me just try tightening the headset. How does that feel?
This is far more better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are things still blurred?
No, I think it's perfect for now.
Okay. I'll just get the wire out of the way first.
Okay.
Yes. So what is your Android ID?
So my Android ID is test. It's TST.
Oh, okay. Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
Okay.
Because the IDs are actually very important in how you store your data.
Oh, okay, I see. So next time I will just use the same ID.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it has to be letter by letter accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's TST.
Yes.
Okay.
So since this is your first time, we will first try the practice mode,
Okay.
in which you will give presentation to a virtual audience
Ooh,
inside
that's
a
cool.
virtual classroom using your own presentation slides. And I hope you. So did you bring your PDF presentation with you today?
Yeah, I think I sent you several days ago.
Okay.
An email.
I see. Okay. Let me just double check. Okay. Seems to be there. I'm importing it right now. And import has just finished. So
Okay.
now we'll be entering the experience. But before we do that, do you mind if I also listen into your presentation through my headphones?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Just so that I know like what you're talking about, and also like in the later session will you'll be reviewing yourself, so I can further assist you. Okay. So we will begin the experience now.
Sure. Ooh.
So that's the countdown,
Mhm.
and then now the whole session is being recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the clicker in your left hand, and
Yeah.
then your virtual hand on the right.
Mm.
And if you look down, you see a confidence screen
Yeah.
that shows your presentation slide
I
that you have
see.
uploaded. And if you look to your left, behind, there's also the your projection slide that shows your slides as well. And if you look down in front of you, there's these two buttons. So
Mhm.
the left button is a restart button that resets the timer.
Oh,
So
okay.
every time you press that, it resets the presentation being recorded.
Oh.
So in any case that you feel like you want to restart or refresh the recording, feel free to use that button.
Okay.
And in the same way that I've shown you with the front trigger.
Mm-hmm.
The button to the right is the end speech button. So
Mhm.
that's a button that you can click to end your speech, which will take you to a summary report page,
Oh,
which
okay.
we will see later on.
Sure.
Yeah. So those are the kind of the functionalities,
Mhm.
and in this case, where you're if you look down.
Mm-hmm.
In the virtual reality, you will see virtual footprints,
Mhm.
and that's an ideal situation. That's a kind of a base for where you should be standing at.
Oh, I see.
But with that being said, you don't have to be necessarily grounded in that specific position. You
Mhm.
can still move sideways. So you can move sideways about 2 steps to the right and 2
okay.
steps to the left of that footprint. So use that as a reference
Sure.
for you. Yeah. So yeah, are you ready to begin your presentation?
Yeah, I think I'm ready. So like you said, I just click the restart button.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. So sure, I'm gonna just present my Christmas plan, and yeah, I think I can start. Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation. Today I'm gonna tell you. So today I'm gonna talk about my Christmas plan. So my Christmas plan is fairly easy. I'm gonna first leave at Pittsburgh. As you can see from the slide, Pittsburgh is actually it's actually a warm city. Atmosphere is good. There is a lot of friends here, so I think during Christmas I will firstly staying at Pittsburgh, and then after that I have a plan going to Japan. Japan is a beautiful country, especially during the winter. So I'm not actually very sure about where I should go, but right now, yeah, I want to.
That was a very good presentation, but
Okay.
perhaps may I give you some suggestions?
Sure.
Perhaps you can try moving your arm more actively to express your hand
Oh,
gestures. And also, like I said before, you don't necessarily have to stand in one place.
Mhm.
So if you feel like you need to have a more active stage presence, you can also do that. And I'll also be watching you so that you don't run into the wall. So feel safe to do
Okay.
so.
Sure. So can I just restart again?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna introduce my Christmas plan. As you know, Christmas is actually a very important holiday for people. So my Christmas plan first is that I will just stay in Pittsburgh during the earlier stay for the Christmas because I think Pittsburgh is actually a warm city for the people. Plus, I have a lot of friends staying in Pittsburgh, so we could stay with each other. We can hang out with each other, and then I plan to go to the Japan. You know, Japan is actually a beautiful country, especially during the winter times. So I think even though I haven't decided where I should go, but I think I'm decided to go to Japan to spend my Christmas and my holiday.
Awesome, that was a stellar presentation.
Ooh, thank you.
So now, if you're done, you
Mhm.
can exit out of the experience.
By clicking the end speech button?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. So here you see.
Someone is loading.
Yeah. So this is the summary report scene, and here the system is currently going through the data that it has collected and analyzing it and will be presenting to you in the form of a report.
So what's data included in the summary?
So there will be a sound wave which shows the voice volume. Oh yeah, of the voice volume over the whole duration of the presentation, and the blue light fills on that sound wave indicates ranges of low volume. So either silences or pauses that you have made.
I see.
And below that, on the left column, you see the filler word section. And in the filler word section, you see right now hesitation, so you know, and it also counts how many times that you have said or used the filler words.
Oh, okay.
And in this case, it counts only the top 3 filler words that you have used.
Oh,
But
I
in
see.
total, below that, you can see the total amount of filler words.
So what's the hesitation indicate?
So hesitation includes things like a lot of those hesitation
Gotcha.
moments that you fill in. And on the right column, you see the speaking pace,
Yeah.
and it maps your the average words per minute that you have used throughout your performance, and it maps it in the range between 50 and 200. And in this case, you happen to be within the optimal range between 100 and 150, because 100, if is less than 100, it is considered too slow, and if it's more than 150, it is considered too fast.
I see. Okay.
So after you have finished viewing this page, you can click the rightmost button
This one?
with the arrow that says
Okay.
next.
Oh.
And this page shows you a heat map of the eye contact you have made with the audience members. And if you look down below the map, you see this range of from red to green gradient, and it's mapping the color to range between weak and strong eye contact. And the notable objects that you see that are outlined, that are filled with blue, are objects in the environment that you may refer to because of their potential functionality.
Okay.
So, for example, at the bottom you see the projection slide, and in front of you you see the conference screen that you may refer to, and at the very back end of the classroom is the clock. So these are potential objects that you may refer to throughout your presentation.
Okay. Yeah,
so-
so it seems like I seldom look at the audience members at the left side. But it's like the main, on the right side and the center area, the audience members, I think, yeah, I did a good job on just making eye contact with them.
Right. Yeah. I think that was a very good observation, and I think you can perhaps work a little bit more on the left front side next time.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So after you have finished reviewing, please let me know.
Yeah, I think I finished the summary.
Okay. So now I will walk you forward a little bit.
Okay.
So I will just walk you forward. Then I'll walk you to match the yellow tapes on the ground.
Okay.
And now I will be placing a physical chair behind you for you to sit on.
Sure.
And moving the wire out of the way. And I will center this chair based on this orange cross on the ground. Great. Okay, so now you can sit back into the chair.
Oh, okay. Ooh, really need a chair.
Awesome. So now, if you're ready to go into the review mode,
Mhm.
you can press the middle button,
Okay.
which the red play button.
Ah, I see. Ooh. Wait, so I'm the audience members now. One of the
Yeah.
audience members.
Yeah. So here you see these floating balls around you,
Yeah.
and the colors are indicative of the level of eye contact you have made throughout the presentation,
Oh.
and that will change also accordingly, moment to moment.
So is that similar, somehow similar to what I saw from the summary?
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
it will be similar where the heat map on the summary is an average, but
Mhm.
this is more moment to moment. So all these values become are averaged out and mapped onto the heat map that you saw.
Okay.
Yeah. So if once you are ready, you
Mhm.
can press the play button in front of you.
Okay, this one?
Yeah. So think of this like, can you pause it for a second?
Sure.
Yeah, because I can hear your voice, so it's hard for me to talk to you.
Ah.
So I might tap you on the shoulder
Mhm.
to kind of catch your attention while
Okay.
you're reviewing this,
Got you.
reviewing your presentation.
Okay.
So treat this like a YouTube video.
Mhm.
So you can kind of press play like you just did, and you can scroll across the timeline that you
Oh,
see
really?
in front
This
of
is
you.
really cool.
Yeah, exactly. And you can jump between moments to see
Ah.
particular time when you made certain mistakes or made some behaviors that needs attention.
I see.
Yeah, so that's it. So and
Is that
in
is that me?
Oh yeah, you bring up a good point. So here you see yourself as a virtual mannequin,
Yeah.
and it mimics the body gestures and postures that you have made
Mm.
in the practice mode.
I see.
And you see this ray of cone shooting out of his face,
Mm.
and is indicating the head orientation,
Mhm.
your head orientation at that particular moment in time. So
Mhm.
in this case, you're looking back at the right back corner of
Okay.
the classroom.
Yeah, I see.
So on the left side,
Mhm.
you see this little box. Yeah, so that is the voice volume bar.
Oh,
And
okay.
it shows you in real time what your volume is in comparison to your average volume.
Mhm.
So that keep note of that as you're watching to see if certain times you're speaking abnormally loud or abnormally quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, just feel free to proceed with the review.
Okay. Okay, I think I finished. Yeah, I feel I definitely need to pay more attention on the audience on the left side. And also, I think my body gesture could be more open while I'm presenting. And also, I think I think I should be more familiar with the content so that my, flow will be more fluent. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's definitely, yeah, I found where I should be improved. So yeah, I think I finished that review.
Okay, amazing. So now to exit the review mode, you
Mhm.
can look to the right. There is a button there.
Oh, is this one?
That's the exit button. So
Okay.
you can click on it. So So now you have exited the application, and I will be taking off your headset and also taking your controller first.
Okay.
So let me have your controllers right here. Then I'll help you take off your headset.
Okay. Ooh. That's a really good experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you learn a lot about?
Yeah, I definitely learned what I should improve in using this application, and I would definitely want to try this VR experience
Okay.
again. So yeah, can I do this again?
Do you want?
After-
Yeah, sure. There's.
Yeah, should I sign up later for?
Yeah, you can sign up for a later session.
Okay.
And also, if you have a newer presentation PDF, just feel free to send it to me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. And also, one last thing.
Mhm.
If somehow things go wrong, there's these beautiful documentations to the left side on the table, and for you to refer to. So there's this technical documentation right here, which under the index there's a hardware checklist and application-related notes and data checklist. So if anything goes wrong, there's this documentation for you to refer to, and also there's these experience tips and guidelines documentation, and this this gives you good prompts and questions to think about and ask yourself when you're either going through the experience or afterwards. So there's, for example, like you should try to move your head to face the audience in the practice mode, not just with your eyes. The things like that that can be really helpful for you. So there's a lot of great technical documentations here. Yeah, so thank you for coming today.
Yeah, sure.
And
Thank you so much.
yeah.
You'll definitely come again.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Who's there?
Hi, it's me
Hi.
again.
Oh.
Yeah, so I tried to represent before. So this time I want to see, the previous summary.
Okay.
I have to check that out and just review my previous performance.
Okay, sure, come in.
Okay.
So, awesome. This time it's gonna be slightly different from the last time.
Okay.
Because you'll be entering straight into the review mode.
Sure.
You would first have to, I would first have you sit.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to come and have your feet behind these yellow lines,
Okay.
and then I'll place a physical chair behind you.
Okay.
Aligned with the orange cross. So I will log you in. What was your entry ID again?
So it's test, TEST.
TEST. Okay. And now we go to the review mode. Fortunately, it turns out that it hasn't been recorded. So let me just check if what's wrong here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna exit out of the experience, and I'm gonna check the user folder shortcut. And here, there's a folder named test. If I go into the user data, it seems to be there. Seems like everything is there. So let's retry that. Let's
Okay.
try restarting the application. So sometimes there's these little bugs that you just have to kind of redo it. So let me just try that.
Okay.
Starting the application again. Okay, same thing. TEST.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This time, yeah, it's right there. It's weird how these things happen, right? But sometimes you just have to restart the
Yeah,
application.
but I can
computer.
see my. Is there any way I can see my previous summary?
Sure. Yeah, I can click on this one, I think.
Okay.
November. It's just December 13th, 11:52 a.m. So this is your summary page.
Yeah, yeah, because I remember that last time I didn't pay much attention on website or audience member. Hmm,
So
that's good to know.
yeah, so these are your summary report, and once you're done, please let me know so we can enter the review mode.
Okay. Yeah, I think I can review. That's
Okay.
what I want to see.
Okay, so I would have you first put on the headset.
Okay.
So, right here. Okay, and then I will tighten your headset. Please let me know if it's too tight or
Okay.
things are blurry.
Yeah, I think it's perfect. Thanks.
Okay, awesome. So I will give you your controllers now. So here is the left controller,
Mm-hmm.
and here's your right controller.
Okay.
There you go. And now we will enter the review mode.
Okay, I think I finished the review.
Oh, okay. So now you can exit the experience.
Okay.
Awesome. So I will be taking your controllers and your headset.
Okay.
So yeah, how does that feel compared to the last time you reviewed it?
Yeah, I think this time is definitely. I feel like last time I didn't notice some minor thing. This time I just by reviewing it, I just learn more. Like I said a lot of filler words, just like so, and a lot of hesitation. I think apart from eye contact, I'm gonna still working on eliminate these filler words. Yeah, it's definitely an enlightening experience.
Yeah. So and just for you your information, just for your information, you can always check back on your previous sessions
Okay.
to be able to compare your kind of subsequent sessions to see if there's an improvement.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So just a tip.
Yeah, sure. I'll definitely come again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just sign up
Okay.
and send an email for you.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Awesome.
really nice to be here.
Yeah.
And I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Mhm.